Editor Nick here. Had a beautiful day out in Tintern Abbey. I just needed to say before the video starts that I lost a little bit of footage at the end of the Abbey, as well as when we went for a meal in the actual pub that was right next to it. Extremely busy day, and there was a lot going on. I was keeping an eye on Ffion. We had a really nice meal and a couple of nice beers as well. But sadly, I missed a lot of that footage out of the video, and it went missing. But yeah, we couldn't do everything we wanted to do at the Abbey, and there were some parts I missed as well, including going over the road and also some of the reenactments as well. But we did have a great day there in general. It was a blast. You know, the actual reenactments themselves were phenomenal. Really nice sort of fighting sort of scenes as well, and the people there were actually really informative, and the history was fantastic. As always, guys, if you enjoyed the video, subscribe. If you liked the video, click that like button and the notification button if you want to see more videos like this in the future. And if you feel like commenting about what you thought was good on the video or where I can improve, I'd be quite happy with that. But I hope you enjoy the video. Hey guys, Nick here, Sales and Trails. Thanks for joining me on my flipping adventure. Today we're at Tintern Abbey. One of the impromptu things for this bank holiday. I've got a full car today, so joining me is Aaron. Yo! Juicy Pixel. You got Amy, and little Fion's come for the ride. She has no idea where we are. I don't either, because I've not done any research with this. So we're gonna all find out together. But if you've been here before, let me know. Where would you guys like to start? So I think the only thing I know about Tintern Abbey is that it was occupied by monks. That's about it. And it's actually under, I wouldn't say renovation, conservation. So it's got quite a lot of scaffolding on it. So preservation. Oh, preservation, yeah. Conservation. There's loads of different words for it, don't it?
For animals, though.
So we're going to take our time down here today. We was maybe planning on going for a longer walk around, but we'll get our money's worth here. It's £9.40 per adult, which isn't too bad really, considering they've got like reenactments, they've got like military training, different sort of like scenes and everything like that. But yeah, we're just going to enjoy the Abbey, maybe walk over to the water mills, is it, water something that further down Amy was on about? Oh, no, not water thing, the train station. The train station. You were on about water thing, but that was up in Abbey. Monmouth.
Oh,
yeah.
Like
We're actually walking around to the outside at the moment, following Ffion. She's taking lead on where we're going, but yeah, no, I think I've actually driven past here, but I've never been here. I wasn't normally into sort of stopping in these sort of places, but after university, I got more and more intrigued into castles and sort of the architecture and whatnot. More so when I go abroad, but this Abbey's massive. I can imagine it being an extremely imposing building back in the day. So eventually I'm going to be able to read some of these plaques, but Ffion and Amy have gone missing. Let's try and find them. Oh, there they are. Did you find some shelter, babe? What have you got the stones for now? Are you hiding from Aaron?
Hello. Run with Mum.
I see my first plaque, so I'm going to go wander over there while Ffion sort of plays with stones. the West Range. As many as 8 late brothers lived here. Brothers did nearly all the Abbey work. There you go, guys, for you guys to read it. So now we're in the Abbey's kitchen. They just put this there. I don't know if that was actually there, but we've got another plaque over here. Fion's getting extremely adventurous. The kitchen.
I'm saying, well, kegging or sagging.
I'm not sure, kegging? But that sounds like you're just pulling someone's shorts down, yeah.
Have a read this to myself.
The flow of the River Wye coming through it like a...
I'd imagine it would have to have some sort of water in here. That might be a water entrance, and then they could have gone on the stairs there to like wash stuff. But as you were saying, it's a...
Why is water?
It's like a natural sort of... I say it's not natural, but it's like naturally will go down. You said you've got cupboards over here then. But that would be most likely the waste chute. I can't get over how big it is. Massive, isn't it? So this next room is where me and Amy would spend a lot of our time. Even though it said it was only 1 meal in the winter and 2 meals in the summer in the kitchen, we're actually going into the refectory, or like a very large dining hall. So the monks ate their meals together, washing their hands and using the toilets together. There's a toilet, I think, just over the other side, over here. But they ate in silence. Their meals are normally bread and vegetables. And there was a hatch over here where they would get their meals. As I said though, in the winter, 1 meal during the day, served in the afternoon. During the later long days of the summer, they were served twice. So I was incorrect. This is actually the pantry. Like I said, we're learning as we go along. It's obviously to store everything in a nice cool sort of room, temperate. Ffion and Amy were first in here, clearly because they do like their food more than me, more so. But it's a lovely view out. And the architecture in here is fantastic as well. So this room by here, I'm assuming you only enter that side, but it's the warming room. So they had all the fires and everything like that there. Obviously during the winter that'd be a place they would go to get out of the cold, warm the bodies up. Because in winter, in Wales we do get quite cold winters. And then, what else we got here? There's just loads of rooms. This is a massive, massive abbey. So this is novices' lodgings. So let's have a little wander down in here. Yeah, we were right. So this is the water supply. So when we had that chute in the kitchen, this is the water sort of supply that goes underneath the abbey. This is the East Range. You see a depiction of what the abbey would look like. There you go, guys. By the looks of things, we're going to have, I think it's probably a battle reenactment or something like that here, so we'll wander over in and have a little look. Oh, this is, while we're here, this is the infirmary hall. There's loads of parts to this, so we'll have a little look as we go along.
burgesses, people who live in a town and get certain privileges for giving the town military support if they get under attack. And if you're a burgess, you're required to equip yourself with a helmet, perhaps with some body armour, so if the town gets attacked, these guys are going to man the walls of the town. If we're out on campaign, in a real field battle, we're not taking them. They haven't got horses, they'll only slow us down, and no offence boys, frankly they're not worth the bother. Sorry. But just for fun, why don't we make them fight each other? Yeah. Excellent. So, any wagers? Now, so Chris here is armed with a spear and a knife, and so is Johnny. Yes. I've only just met Johnny. He's a nice chap. Right, come on, say. Very smart. I'm not getting anywhere with a spear. Let's stab him.
You would hit those, wouldn't you, on your head?
So,
are you enjoying the violence, Ffion?
with the chapeau de fer, literally the iron hat, sometimes called a capelliere. As I mentioned earlier, brilliant hat for wearing in a siege, which is most of warfare at this time. Basically, it's a medieval hard hat. If you're going up a ladder and rubble is falling down on you, good protection. He's also armed well with mail, and that's just as well because he's chosen to bring one of the new super weapons along. As I said, this stuff, it's very hard to kill people with it, so what we need is a bigger weapon. So this thing, we're not even quite sure what it's called. It may be called a fauchard, it may be called, that's a French word. We have another name, Langmesser, but that's a German word, so it could be that the French called this a fauchard and the Germans called it a Langmesser, a long knife. Yeah, but this is just intended for hacking people to pieces. Yeah, it is a sharp, long club. Golf club. Mind if I play through? There we are. Right. So Will's got that and a short knife, which he may need because that's a distance weapon. Whereas William here, armed head to toe with a sword, starting with a lance, and interestingly, the shield on the back. This is something we start to see at this period of these knights. I'm well armoured, the shield can go on the back now, giving me more opportunities with my weapons. So, if you're ready, would you like to take your places? Préparé? Commencez! Well, that was great. Well done, Will. Give him a round of applause. I will point out that we found out last night that Will is something of a historic European martial arts expert, so he knows what he's doing when he's doing. Don't go back yet, William. We're going to make you do that again. You're going to get another shot. And I mentioned martial arts. This is the perfect time. Can I borrow you for a minute, Will? We talked about this yesterday. In 1200 we see a painting. If you imagine a bow tapestry, we see people with swords just like this, doing this. There's no sign of much skill. Indeed, in Viking and Anglo-Saxon poetry, they really talk more about stamina than skill. But because people are getting harder to kill, by 1200 they're starting to develop some martial arts. And the evidence we have of this, the best evidence, comes from a German painting from 1200, which shows 4 knights fighting, and they have knights armoured exactly like William here. The shield is tossed on the back, so they can now put 2 hands on their swords. right? And one of them is in this pose. You know the one I mean, don't you, Will? Here. Yeah? This is the hanging parry. The idea being that if I come in big and hard with a blow here, my sword will slide off and he'll just take my head. Okay? So it's a false guard, really. It's intended to lure me in. But in this painting, the guy he's fighting is wise to this. So as he's taken his hanging parry position, can you turn a little bit that way? This fellow is stepping in and he's taken his elbow. Now, if anyone's done Aikido, this is martial arts, right? Because elbows are weak points of balance. So I can just push him off balance so easily. Yeah? So this guy knows this, got you off balance. My sword is here and he's got one of the nice new pointy ones and he's going to try and ram that right through him. And with enough force, that will probably break links and do that. Yeah? If not that, he'll break ribs on the way. Yeah? So this is martial arts we're seeing now, and that's the evidence for it. So, now that you've had a chance to catch your breath, let's try some martial arts. Preparé! Et commencez! So a heavily armoured knight has realised he's got to close that distance and get in close where that weapon will be useless. But if it's ready, so it's already cost him one shot. And I think his luck's run out. Say yield, you know.
Good excuse.
That night William was looking out the window when I was talking about chivalry, obviously. Let's have a big cheer for the revenge of William. And for his victim Will. You guys take a break for a moment. And so, the reality is of chivalry. I mentioned earlier on, I think, that chivalry at this time means that it's got nothing to do with throwing cloaks over puddles for ladies or opening doors. Chivalry is horsemanship. Specifically, it's how the equestrian classes, the equestrian military class, i.e. the knights, how they treat each other in warfare, on and off the field, and also in the tournament field. Right? So, they expect to be given the chance to yield, given the chance to pay ransom. This is one of the reasons why so few of them die. If you're a knight, it's not in your interest, politically or financially, to kill other knights. All you've got to do is bash them to the ground so they give up. Right, that will do. You don't have to kill them. The same is not true for the peasants. You can kill them quite happily. And in fact, sadly, as much as we like to think of knights as being noble, the majority of their warfare will be harrying, which is clobbering the lands of your enemy, and guess what? Killing his peasants. Yeah? So, those poor guys in the town that I mentioned who are defending the walls, who do you think they're defending against? The enemy's knights. So, stand, would you like to come forward? Johnny! Guess whose turn it is to defend your town? I brought my horse for this. You should have brought your horse, but this is a siege, so you can't climb a ladder on your horse. So, these boys have got to work together against this armoured war machine that is Stan. Note that Stan is also a left-hander, which makes him the child and spawn of Satan. So, you're ready? Préparé! Et commencez! Well done, sir, well done. Right.
Did you like that, Ffion?
So despite Johnny getting some shots in there, his armour's protected him well enough. You'd have to really hit him hard with a spear or a lance to get through that armour. So Stan has heroically killed 2 peasants. Well done, Stan, everyone. And I am not joking. So note that Stan is a left-hander. There's advantage for him there because he's always fighting right-handed people, whereas William is right-hander and we don't often get to fight left-handed people. Problem is that their shields face each other and so do their swords. This presents some issues. Never mind, préparé. Hey, commencez. I always say, and I said this earlier to Brendan from Ffion, if you're wearing armour and you pull a sword and you're not charging forward and slamming into something, you don't know your job. Because the point is, your armour's like this, why mess around, get stuck in there. Just force of mass is going to win most fights for you. And no, he didn't have to strike a blow particularly or cut anything to win. That's perfectly valid. So, how you doing, William?
All right.
Fancy getting up? Yeah, up you get. Will, your turn. Let's see if this light's going to hold. So, you ready, Stan? You good? Wasn't a long fight, was it? So, préparé. Come on, say. He's got to get close where that long blade won't count. Looks like he's done it. He's done it. Oh.
Ronde!
Well done, Stan. If I can borrow that post shot for a moment. So we see this brilliantly depicted. One of the sources for the period, one of the towering sources for the 13th century is the Morgan Bible, also called the Makeshift Bible, which has brilliantly detailed images of these knights in battle. One of them is a horseman who's tied his reins to a hoop on his waist belt because he wants both hands, and he's delivering a blow on another horseman, and despite the guy being a male, he's cleaving him in half. Right, now this is a blunt version of this, and frankly we can't use it the way God intended in a fight. I'm going to sharpen one up and see what it will do sometime. But that was brilliant work by Will. Give him a huge round of applause. I'll let you catch their breath for a moment, and before I make them all fight each other, it gives me an opportunity to get into something from my final story and explain it. The tournament. A mild disdain. A pentagon have been put out a bit. So, no rules, no honour, no sex. Harry! Come on, say! he's yielded. Very wise, young man. Let's fight another day. Thanks for William and the glory. And we'll let the day rise and get in the shade and catch their breath back. Would you like one more fight before we retire? Or are you done? Yeah, sure. One more. Catch your breath and get in the shade. Don't worry, I've got more material that tournament.
So yeah, that was the Battle Reenactment, which is really good. But as you can see, the Abbey is having all this work. You can understand why you'd have it in such a beautiful area. Right in this valley. That was really cool. So yeah, we're going to make our way down. Like I said, this was the infirmary here. You know, the infirmary sort of courtyard there. We're going to make our way down to the reenacted camp. So you can see these are sort of the reenactments for like a camp. You have the sleeping arrangements. A food area where I would love to be all the time. Nothing wrong with cheese, meat, bread, no veg. And after that exciting, well, we didn't expect we were going to have it, the right reenactment, we're going to make our way into the cloister, which is the heart of the Abbey, into the main building. Yeah.
Hello and welcome to the Juicy Pixel Show.
That's pretty cool, isn't it? The church nave. So looking at it, we are down here. If you look at that there. That is massive. First church was built here was much smaller and was plain Norman architecture. I'll let you read the rest. My reading's got terrible recently, so just enjoying the architecture. Sorry for the lack of talking in this, I just think this is actually just worth allowing you to look at it and enjoy it without me speaking too much gibberish.
Enjoying it, Ffion? Yeah.
She has a couple of rocks from here, then she owns the place.
Yeah, it's her claim. Ffion, you've already got enough claims. You've got a couple of castles. You don't need an abbey.
Got half the land there.
Just one final view of the inside. It's mad how they built these buildings, like, you know, the size, the sheer size and the cost of them.
Click the notification bell or subscribe to keep up with new videos every week. We have more videos just like this one on the Trails and Talking playlist. Link will be in the description below. Or if you're interested in how I fund the channel, check out the sales and flipping videos. I hope you enjoy the video and I'll see you in the next one.